Hey you guys, in the last video I showed you how to make a beautiful gift for your mom for Mother's Day. I taught you how to draw flowers growing or coming out of a vase, and they look fantastic. I would show you the one that I drew as an example, except that I put it in a big brown envelope, put some stamps on it, and I mailed that thing to my mom yesterday, and hopefully it'll get there in time for Mother's Day, which is, again, this Sunday. So hopefully you guys have already made your drawing for your mom. Remember, this example is the one my daughter did a while back. So these look beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. Now, the cool thing about today's project, I'm gonna teach you how to make a card for your mom. It's this, exact same things we did yesterday or the other video, but smaller, and it's gonna look beautiful. So what I'm gonna do today when I show you how to make this card, that's gonna be very similar to this, excuse me, is I'm gonna use watercolors instead of crayons. If you wanna use crayons, use crayons. You wanna use colored pencils, use colored pencils. I'm gonna do watercolor just because I think it's gonna be nice, and I haven't used watercolor in a while. So today is how to make a card. How to make a Mother's Day card, but actually what I'm going to show you today, you can use anytime you want. Actually, you can do this anytime you need a card. Somebody's got a birthday, use this technique. Make a little flowers on the front that you've drawn and painted. They will love it, okay? All right, so let's make a Mother's Day card. All right, guys, here we go. How to make a Mother's Day card. And actually, you can do this anytime you need a card. So this is just a good trick, something to have in your pocket whenever you need a card for somebody. All right, I'm gonna scoot this to the side. Remember, we're basing it on this. I showed you yesterday how to do some different flowers, and we put stems and leaves, and we put some greenery in there, and we did a little vase. We're gonna do this again, but smaller. Today, just for fun, I am switching from my usual crayons, as you know I love so much, but I want to try something different. So I'm going to get out my watercolors again. These watercolors, I think I picked them up at CVS or Walgreens. They're not expensive at all. You can get them any place like that. And it's just your basic kit. And every basic kit I have ever seen comes with a little brush. All right, so I'm gonna use the exact same brush that it came with. And so once I get this drawn, we'll add some water to these and use watercolors. So that also means we're gonna need 2 cups of water. You could probably get 1, but I like to have 2 cups of water. So 1 cup of water is gonna be like clean. I try to keep it clean. And then the other cup is gonna be where I rinse my brush out, all right? But first, we need to get a piece of paper and make it a little smaller than the full-size piece of paper. So this is our full-size piece of paper. And remember yesterday, we started off, and I'm just gonna get one of these right now. Yeah, I moved these out of the way. And I'm going to take this piece of paper and fold it. So I'm gonna take my paper, I'm gonna fold it in half, kind of like I'm making a book. All right, crease this edge down. Then I'm gonna fold it in half again, not like this, because that would look crazy, right? So I'm gonna fold it, rotate it, put my finger in the corner and rotate it again to make it a little bit smaller, which if any guys were with me last winter, do you remember how this is the same fold we did for the super simple snowflake? But anyhow, all right, so I've got this folded. Now, what we wanna do is make sure that this card is going to open up like a little book. And if you remember, if you're reading a book, the book is gonna open from this side over to this side. So from right over to left, like that. So right now, if I had this piece of paper, oh no, that's open in the wrong direction. So I'm just gonna rotate it, right? I'm gonna rotate it this way, and if this were a little book, now it would open up. So this is gonna be the cover of our card, and this is gonna be the inside of our card. Now, a couple of choices here. We could do our vase of flowers right here on the cover, on the front. That would be fine, but I like to save that as a little bit of a surprise. So I like to be like, boom, open it up and have the flowers here on the inside, which means we need to put something on the outside of this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my pen and I'm just gonna draw a little frame, a little box around here. I do that a lot. I just think it kind of sets things off. And you might write something as simple as Dear Mom or Hey Mom. Let's go Hey Mom. Hey Mom. M-O-M. And we can add some little doodads, maybe some hearts up in the corner. We can jazz this up with some details. So Hey Mom, and we can come back and add some more colors to those too. Mine just smeared a little bit into the world. Nope, not at all. Hey, I'm sure you guys know this, but you know the word mom, if you turn it upside down, spells wow. Because you know your mom is totally wow. All right. It's true. All right, so Hey Mom, we'll come back and we'll add some color and stuff to this, but now we want this to open up like a book, right? So the surprise is on the inside. Boom. We're gonna put our flowers right here, and we're gonna write, I'm gonna go ahead and write over here, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. It's M-O-T-H-E-R, one of those little apostrophe, Mother's Day. And you're going to put the year, because she's going to save this forever and ever and ever, and she's going to need to know what year that she did this. All right, so now, Happy Mother's Day is over here. We need to put our flowers and our vase right here. Are we going to draw really big? No, we're going to draw kind of small, because this is a small area. And just like before, just like when we did our big pretty drawing for Mom, you're going to put your finger about halfway down this paper. Then you're going to go a little bit lower, and that's when you're going to draw your pancake. Remember that? That's the opening to our vase. Steps are going to be exactly the same, you guys. The same 5 steps as the last video, just smaller. I'm going to touch this outside edge, curve in, curve out, switch over, go this outside edge, go in and out. And remember, you could do this in pencil and then go over it again, but you've already done this once. I would just go for it. Now, we're going to spread some flowers out here, some circles. We're going to do 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm going to mention it again because it's worth saying. If you really, after you did this first one, let's say you really love the bumpity bump flower, or you really love this spiky flower, or that sort of furry lion looking kind of flower, whatever. If there's a flower that you absolutely love more than any other flower, you could totally just do one type of flower for this whole thing. So I'm going to do that bumpy flower thing, and I'm just going to do that. So for that one, bump, bump, bump. Right? But you don't just stop after once around. You're going to go 2 or 3 times around. All right? And if one side looks a little bit small like this, I'm going to fill it in a little bit. Cool. All right, now, again, you could switch and do any kind of flowers you want. I'm just going to take a moment and go with these little bumpy flowers. Now, I want you to notice the flowers that I'm drawing. Are they absolutely picture perfect, exact? And no, they're a little messy. They're just kind of fun little flowers because this is a fun little drawing for Mom. We are not trying to make everything perfect. We're just trying to make something fun and pretty that she'll like. All right. Cool. All right, awesome sauce. So I got my 5 flowers. So I did my vase. I've drawn my 5 or 6 flowers. I need to add stems or leaves. Oh, but if you remember, we were gonna put some little patterns on the insides. I'm gonna do the spirals because that's my favorite pattern for the inside. All right, let's add some stems. Now remember, with your stems, you're going to touch the edge of the flower. When you get to this back line of the vase, that's the back side of that vase. We want this line to go right over that and into the vase. All right, and I'm going to do that for all of these guys. 2 lines. I know your stems are skinny, but they're still going to have 2 sides. 1, 2. There we go. And I'm just gonna cross that over right there. All right, so got my flowers, got my stems, gonna put my leaves on there. boom, which are just kind of like triangles, or you could do them football shapes. Try to get at least two leaves per stem. All right, so flowers, stems, and leaves. Greenery. I'm gonna put some nice tall. Oh yes, I did. I went right over on that side of the paper. Am I gonna be in trouble? No, I can totally do that. I'm gonna put some over here, and cool. And I'm gonna skip my, remember the ferns I did yesterday or in the last video? I'm gonna skip those and just go with this. Hey guys, guess what? You're basically done here. I'm gonna put a couple of curvy lines on here to create the illusion that this base is round. Remember, if we do that, you don't wanna put straight lines on there. It's round, so you've gotta draw that curve. And really, basically, you're repeating that little smiley face there. So, smiley face, smile, smile, smile. You see how that kind of makes it look like it's more rounded? Cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and sign my name over here. Steve 2020. And I'm going to write, I did this with the big one. Happy Mother's Day. I love you. You could also write more stuff like you're the best mom ever. So this is it. This is all you have to do. We're gonna have this Hey Mom out here in the front, which we could color in or use your watercolors. She'll open it up, she'll see Happy Mother's Day. Maybe stick some hearts in here, because remember, what's the difference between a good Mother's Day card and a great Mother's Day card? Details. I knew you knew that. From here, if you want to stop watching, you can and go start making your own. All I'm gonna do right now is get out my watercolors and I'm gonna paint this thing. But if you guys wanna take off and get started, go for it. And if you want, you can stay and I'm gonna paint. All right?